domination. Capture and defend the objectives. We're taking out...
What's going on, Super Troopers? I hope you're doing great, and thanks for tuning into my video. What you see here is some domination on the map Vacant, and I'm using my P90, which is tricked out with several things to make it as fast as possible, and I'm using Scavenger, Point Man, and Tune Up for my perks. As I usually say, this was a very good game. I was playing with Waffle, and my team wasn't sitting in the back doing nothing. They were helping cap points. It was one of those, gem games that you really have to appreciate. So in this Have a Chat, I'm going to be discussing a very, very hot topic right now, as I'm sure you saw by the title, which is skill-based matchmaking. For those of you who are new to this, Have a Chat is meant to kind of work like a reverse Q&A. My entire motive here for the topics of these videos are to see your thought process.
Says that they insist on outside opinions.
What kind of opinions?
Well, your kind, not to put too fine a point on it.
So at the end of the video, please drop down to the comment section and let your voice be heard. I'm definitely gonna give my take on this one. So what is skill-based matchmaking, which I will be referring to as SBM just to save myself a few breaths. But for those of you who aren't familiar with the concept, SBM is a system that basically looks at how well you do in matches, and it puts you in lobbies with only other players of your same skill or higher. Now, there's a lot of controversy in Modern Warfare as to what stats are used to determine this, but it's very obvious that it exists, and we know that it exists. The developers flat out said it. So you know what? I'm gonna let the devs explain it themselves. Now, this is a long clip, but just bear with me. It's very straightforward and pretty much to the point.
We want to get new players in the game, and we want them to kind of we don't want them to just get punched in the mouth over and over again until they leave. Our weapons are a bit more lethal than they were in the Black Ops, the recent more Black Ops, and that helps a lower skilled player get a kill when they otherwise wouldn't, have some success, and then feel like now there's a desire to get better and to get another kill. Our maps are a little bit more porous, and we want those players to have a safe place to take their time, to learn how to turn and move and then shoot, put those pieces together, and then they see someone and be like, oh, okay, now I can do this. So yeah, it's a big focus for us.
But that approach that you're describing there isn't going to come at the expense of the hardcore players, right?
Thank you!
That's not the plan, right? But we want to make sure that we don't want someone who's how to say this, lower skill to have a bad experience. We want someone who's higher skill to have a bad experience. And so we have to make choices in how we matchmake for that. And that's something that we put more focus on this game than we have in other games.
So now that we're all on the same page, should skill-based matchmaking exist? Now, you already know my answer is no, and it's a hard no. Possibly my biggest problem with SBM is that it creates a sweat fest every game. To me, the argument that SBM provides a safe space to new players is invalid. With the way it works, you're always going to be paired with people at the same or higher, or more often higher, skill level than you. With that being said, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you're always going to have to try to do good. What that looks like for somebody like myself, I have a 1.25 KD, and I have to try my absolute hardest every single game just to stand a chance at winning. That is why people hate SBM. Nobody wants to have to be at their peak performance every single game to have a shot at winning. Now I want to ask, who on earth complained about this being an issue before? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even know who those two dudes are. All I know is that they have a say in the way that Call of Duty plays. This right here,
we want those players to have a safe place.
Is one of the most 2020 things I have ever heard. I almost fell out of my chair when he said that.
Jesus!
Oh, Jesus, help me, Lord. I just fell out this chair. Oh, Jesus.
Now, I was gonna fly on a rant about how fragile people are nowadays, but I don't want to get off topic. I don't want to go down that road. Here's a PSA from Delta Prime. A safe space to learn how to play the game has always existed. It's called campaign. If having a safe space for new players was such a concern, why not implement combat training with tutorials for that exact purpose? But instead they choose to create a harebrained matchmaking system. Before SBM was a thing, there was a natural flow to the game. There was no algorithms dictating who you played against. You had just as much a chance of winning than losing, no matter how good or bad you perform. You know, you load into a lobby seeing level 15 players and level 155 players. Now it just feels incredibly synthetic and manufactured when you load into a match and all you see is a giant list of level 155 players, and you know it's just about to be an MLG match. So this is an argument more for pro players and YouTubers and things like that, but a lot of people say that they just want a pub stomp, which means get overwhelming gameplay on people who practically have no idea what's happening in the game. To that I say, back in the day, even without SBM, skill, pro players, whatever, they had games where they couldn't do a thing. You can't base that off of what you see on YouTube because, of course, they're only gonna upload the best gameplays. I watch Scump's old videos all the time. I just watched one earlier today, and funny enough, he lost in that gameplay. How in the world did we survive playing Call of Duty back in the day without SBM? How did we make it? Oh, I know. People got hit in the mouth, and figured out how to get better. We took the licks and we rolled with it. I don't know where this disillusion came from that without SBM, new players are just gonna constantly get crapped on. So I have to ask, are the people who support SBM actually playing the game? Have they been around for the older titles? I don't know a single serious COD player that wants it. Literally every single person I know that plays Call of Duty, whether in real life or on YouTube, hates it. I was debating with people all day yesterday on Twitter about SBM, and this guy right here almost sent me to the sun. Now I'm gonna let you read this in detail if you want, but this guy is defending SBM and literally has no idea what he's talking about. He has no idea that the game is cross-platform or if the game has a ranked mode or not. At that point, I just stopped replying. I couldn't believe I was debating someone who doesn't even play Modern Warfare or even less know anything about the game. And that brings me to my last point. I actually have a solution to the problem. I'm not just complaining, and it's a hilariously simple solution. Put a freaking ranked mode in the game. It's the easiest solution ever. Make a ranked playlist where players who want to legit go hard can do that in a competitive environment. That is where SBM would be beneficial and needed. If Halo 3 could have separate social and ranked playlists in 2007, give me one reason why Call of Duty can't in 2021. With this being such a obvious, simple solution, I find it incredibly hard to see any reason why someone would support SBM in regular playlists. What are you defending? Why is there even a discussion here? But okay, that's why I'm making this video. Please don't be off-put or intimidated by anything I've said. Try to remain civil. Obviously, this is something I'm very opinionated on. So, are you for or against SBM? Can you feel its presence in Modern Warfare? You already know I want to hear your thoughts and experiences on this in the comment section below. I know I got a little heated here, but if you enjoyed this have a chat and the domination on shipment, leaving a thumbs up will let me know and help the video reach other awesome people just like yourself. To see more of my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, which will let you know when I upload a new video. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you come back sometime.